Hello, dear students. Welcome back once again in English class. Today we have the poem The Banyan Tree, written by Rabindranath Tagore. You all know that Rabindranath Tagore was a great Indian poet. He wrote Jan Gan Man, which was adopted as India's national anthem. He was born in the year 1861 and died in the year 1941. He was a versatile personality. He was a poet, short story writer, song composer, playwright, etc. He was also a philosopher, an artist, and Ayurveda researcher. Students, earlier in his life, he was identified by his pet name Bhanu Singh Thakur. He won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1913 for his book Gitanjali, which is a collection of his poems. He was popularly known as Gurudev. My dear students, we have a wonderful poem written by Rabindranath Tagore. First of all, I will play an animated version of this poem. You have to carefully watch the video and carefully follow its pronunciation and tone. You can try to understand the poem as well. Afterwards, I will help you to understand the poem in detail. Shall we go to watch the animated video? Please watch.
Oh, you shaggy-headed banyan tree standing on the bank of the pond, have you forgotten the little child, like the birds that have nested in your branches and left you? Do you not remember how he sat at the window and wondered at the tangle of your roots that plunged underground? The women would come to fill their jars in the pond, and your huge black shadow would wriggle on the water like sleep struggling to wake up. Sunlight danced on the ripples like restless tiny shuttles, weaving golden tapestry. Two ducks swam by the weedy margin above their shadows, and the child would sit still and think. He longed to be the wind and blow through your rustling branches, to be your shadow and lengthen with the day on the water, to be a bird and perch on your topmost twig, and to float like those ducks among the weeds and shadows.
Students, I hope you enjoyed the poem. Now we will see the poem in detail. In this video, I will explain you till third stanza, and at last we will see the key words and few exercises. So stay with me till the end of the video. O you shaggy-headed banyan tree, standing on the bank of the pond, have you forgotten the little child, like the birds that have nested in your branches and left you? So here, in the first 3 lines, you will see that a little boy is talking to a banyan tree. This banyan tree is standing on the bank of the pond, means on the shoreline of the pond. The poet is the speaker of this poem. So the poet himself is asking from the banyan tree that have he forgotten this little child, like the birds who have nested in the branches of this tree, and now they left. Since the banyan trees are very huge, they have a long thick branches. So birds do not live there or do not nest there for a long time. Probably they nest on the branches of the tree for hatching their eggs, and after some time they flew to any other tree or any other big huge tree, and then make their nest on others tree's branch. So that's why here the poet is asking from the banyan tree that, like the birds have forgotten this banyan tree after nesting or after hatching their eggs, so have the banyan tree also forgotten this boy, this little boy? So he is addressing him by saying shaggy headed. Shaggy headed means untidy hair, untidy branches, as you can see in the picture, that the banyan trees have huge branches. All are long, thick, and untidy. They are not straight. So that's why the poet addressed the banyan tree as shaggy headed. He compared himself with the birds, like as birds have forgotten this banyan tree, same the banyan tree has forgotten this child. Do you not remember how he sat at the window and wondered at the tangle of your roots and plunged underground? Yes, the poet is talking to the banyan tree. He is asking from him that whether he remember him sitting at the window or not. Means somewhere from the window of his home or some nearby place, the poet used to sit at the window when he was a child, and he looks at the tangle. Tangle means twists and turns which cannot be easily arranged. So wondered at the tangle of your roots. As you see that normally the roots of the banyan trees are grown to the branches directly. Means normally the plants have their roots underground, but the banyan tree have the speciality that their roots are grown to the branches. So the poet, when he was a child, sat at the window of his home, and from there he just wondered to see the tangles of the roots of the banyan tree and how they are jumping out from the ground. Plunged means jumped energetically. The women would come to fill their jars in the pond, and your huge black shadow would wriggle on the water like sleep struggling to wake up. So as the poet is cherishing his childhood memories, and he is asking from the banyan tree that, do you remember that there was a small child, there was a little child who used to sit on the window of his home, and from there he wonders your tangles, your long roots which are coming out from their branches, jumping out from the earth. And at the same time he also wonders, he also saw that some women came with their pots, with their water jars, would come to fill their water jars in the pond. And when they dip their water jars in the pond to fill water in that, your huge black shadow would wriggle on the water like sleep struggling to wake up. It's look like that somebody is sleeping and he get disturbed by someone's entrance. So same, it's look like he felt that the black shadow, the huge black shadow of the banyan tree, as the banyan trees are very huge, their roots are grown up from their branches. So it seems like that the black shadow, the huge black shadow is sleeping on the surface of the pond. And when these women dip their jars in the pond, the water wriggles, means it feels like he is struggling to wake up. So this is what the poet is talking to the banyan tree. He is trying to make the banyan tree recall all his childhood memories. Now students, we will see some keywords till stanza 3. You must learn those keywords, and these keywords will help you to understand this poem in detail. So let's see. The first word is shaggy-headed, which you will find in the first stanza of this poem. The word shaggy-headed means thick, long and untidy branches of tree. Then bank of pond. This group of word you will find in the same stanza, the first stanza, bank of the pond, which means shoreline of pond. Then the third word is forgotten. Forgotten is the past tense of forget, which means unremember, means which you are not remembering. Then nested. Nested means shelter used by birds to hold their eggs. Tangle. Tangle means twist together, means twist and turn which cannot be arranged in a proper way. Then plunged. Plunged means jump energetically, like the roots of the branches plunged from the earth or to the earth. Then the last word is wrinkle, which means twist and turn with quick movement, like when women would dip their pot in the pond to fill water, the water wrinkle. So these all keywords will help you to understand this poem in detailed way. Learn these all keywords. Now the next exercise which we are going to do today. Now students, we will do few questions related to the context that we have discussed now. Why does the speaker call the tree shaggy-headed? What caused the tree top to become like this? So the speaker calls the tree shaggy-headed because the branches of the tree are long, thick and twist, giving it an untidy appearance. The tree top became like this because many years ago birds had nested in its branches. Children were playing around it, but now all of them have left the tree alone and there is no one to take care of this tree. And you also know that the branches of the banyan trees are very huge and their branches are twisted. So this makes the tree look shaggy-headed. The next question is, in what way does the speaker compare himself with the birds that used to live in the branches of the banyan tree? So the speaker has compared himself with the birds that used to live in the branches of the banyan tree because the banyan tree has forgotten both of them who played and rested in the shadow of its branches. And they both have left the banyan tree alone. So that's why here the speaker compared himself with the birds that used to nest in the branches of the banyan tree. So I hope students, you have enjoyed this session. Do these questions in your copy in neat and clean handwriting and learn the keywords of these 3 stanzas. I will see you soon in the next video. Then stay healthy, stay fit and keep learning. Thank you so much.